Good evening, and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this evening. It's been a sad day for Celtic as we have lost another ex-player. Um, just 2 seconds. I'm just checking something. Un momento. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good evening, welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Danny Cassie's been in with super chats already. Thank you for that, Danny. Put that over there so it's out the way. But yeah, Celtic this afternoon announced the fact that we lost another absolute legend of the game. Peter Lawwell said it's extremely sad news that I would like to extend my heartfelt condolences to Dixie's family and friends. Dixie was a great Celt and one of the finest goal scorers to have played for the club. I was fortunate enough to have watched him play throughout his career, and he played part in the success that we enjoyed in the 1970s, not at least those unforgettable hat tricks he scored against Hibs in 2 cup finals at Hampden. I was even more fortunate to get to know him personally over the past few years. But it was great to meet him here at Celtic Park on match day. What was always clear was his real love for Celtic and the love that the support had for him too. Michael Nicholson said that every Celtic supporter will be saddened by the news, and I know that the thoughts of the whole Celtic family will be with Dixie's family at this time. Dixie was always a Celtic supporter, and his fellow fans recognised and loved that about him. We all appreciate his talents as a player and what he did throughout his time wearing the hoops. To say his goal scoring record was impressive was an understatement, and he will be remembered as a true Celtic great. Thoughts and prayers from everyone at Celtic Park to Dixie's family. It is always sad when it is always sad when an ex-player dies. I mean, he was brought in by the great Jock Stein to Celtic in 1971, and he was something else. I mean, I obviously I was far too young to see him as a player, um, but he passed away at the age of 79. 79 is not that old. You know, it isn't that old, and you know it is sad when you see ex-football players passing away at a very young age. I'm trying to find out a bit of information because there's a bit of, you might have seen it in the chat. I put it in the chat. There's a rumor doing the rounds with regards to another Celtic member of staff having left the club. That's all I'm going to say about it until we get something confirmed, because it's been doing the rounds today, I believe. And other Celtic news, it is all about kind of Celtic transfers tonight. There's a one of Wilfred Nancy's players, a young French player who joined Columbus Crew just early on in 2025, says that he's ready to jump ship already. The 22-year-old says that he is. Helen remembers watching Dixie. The 22-year-old French player said that he was absolutely gutted to lose his gaffer to Celtic, and he says that he could be ready to jump ship and join the gaffer at Celtic. He's looking for a gateway back into Europe from the Major League Soccer in America. And I never dreamed of going to the United States to play football, but I think it can be an important step towards gaining more visibility than in League Two in France. There are more gateways to Europe. My coach, Wilfred Nancy, just joined Celtic in Glasgow, which are still a big European club. It shows that the door is open. I'm not saying I'm going to return later on, but for now, I'm eager to see how things are for here. Will he jump ship, and will Wilfred Nancy put in an offer for him? as the lights decide to go out here. There we go. Damn bloody lights. I think Nancy will look to the MLS to poach. Do you think so? Has anyone heard any rumours that has been going around today with regard to a certain football coach at Celtic who may have left the building? But anyway, getting on to it, I mean, there's a lot of the media, and obviously the Irish Examiner, they put out a fantastic piece as the tributes to the great John Dixie Deans, as he died at age 79. The former hoop striker was signed by Jock Stein from Motherwell in 1971. Capped twice by Scotland, back at a time where Celtic players didn't really get picked for Scotland because of their faith. Just to think that that was not so long ago. My mum loved Dixie Dean's roly poly celebration after his brilliant goal against Hibs. Yeah, it's will Martin be in the Christmas video? There is no Christmas video something today. There is. There's 3 Christmas videos. Celtic have put out 3 individual Christmas videos rather than one doing a Christmas advert. Spill the beans. Who's our first team coach? That's all that I've got. That's all that I've got. Is that it's just a rumour, and I can't confirm it or deny it. But the rumour is that he's resigned. He has resigned, and I wonder why. But there's no confirmation. No confirmation at all. Dean scored 6 goals in a 7-0 defeat of Partick Thistle in November 1973. Imagine scoring 6 goals in one game. 6 goals in one game. He left Barkhead in 1976 after scoring 124 goals in 184 Celtic games. He was at Celtic from the early 70s to 76. Unbelievable to think that he could score 6 goals in one game. We could do with the Dixie Deans up front now. We could definitely do. Yes, Joseph, Stevie Woods. But I cannot confirm or deny it. It could be just a rumour. Could be just a rumour. But if it has happened, Celtic will not announce it today. Celtic will not announce if it has happened. They wouldn't do that on the day that a player has passed away, which means that they won't do it before. You'd be lucky if they do it this week. Probably be Monday before they do it. If they do it at all. You know what it's like. If a player has resigned, if a member of staff's resigned, it takes some weeks to talk about it. Anyway, rest in peace, Dixie. This is one coming to the Belfast Telegraph. Rest in peace, Dixie Deans. Celtic pay tribute to John Deans, who scored 124 goals in 184 games for the boys, with a fantastic picture. Old black and white picture of him. Do you know what? See when you see the thighs of Dixie Deans, and this is going back to an era where players drank beer and smoked cigarettes. And when you look at the physique of Dixie Deans, I'm going to get it up on the screen here. This is a cracking picture of him. When you see the physique of this man, back then, he would knock 7 shades of shit out of half the Celtic team today. I mean, could you imagine? Look at the thighs on him compared to the thighs of some of the Celtic players today. I mean, they're just wee skinny boys, man. Just wee skinny boys. The upper body strength of Dixie Deans. Do you imagine him coming up against Michelangelo Balak Wisher? Could you imagine him coming up against Rio Hatate, he would just knock him over. Knock him over. It's unbelievable. But it's sad that we don't have any players at Celtic like that great man in this day and age. It really is. Even just for his goal scoring exploits, it's unbelievable. His first, the hat trick, his first hat trick that he scored was in the 1972 Scottish Cup final and the 1974 League Cup final, both over Hibs, both with scorelines of 6-1 and 6-3. Oh man, could that be? Could we score six this weekend? Could we score six? Bob Marley was a Celtic fan. Yep, Bob Marley was pictured with Dixie Deans as well. Um, it's boom. It's sad. It is sad when we lose these players of a bygone time, because I think now that the modern day player, there's not many that played for the club. That, I mean, you've got your John Hartsons, but John Hartson was never really a Celtic fan, was he? Um, and Chris Sutton, he wasn't really a Celtic fan, but he makes money off of Celtic every weekend. You've not got real people that grew up supporting Celtic that still go to games. Do you know? Well, funnily enough, I actually know one. He didn't. He never played for Celtic though. He played for Hearts. Funnily enough, and but once he retired from football, he's been going to Celtic ever since. Just shows you. But anyway, it is a bit of a sad day for Celtic. But tonight, I'm expecting it to be quiet tonight because it is Champions League football night tonight. And the lives are always, always quiet. Jim, as my pal Mick going to play for us. Nice one, Jim. Anything is possible. Yep, tonight is all about the UEFA Champions League, something that Celtic is not taking part of due to the fact that Brendan Rodgers could not get us to qualify for the Champions League, which left Celtic in the mess that we're kind of in this season. This will be fixed, won't it? Oh, for display. Let me just do this. I'm going to get the Champions League up, and then I'll get the Europa League up. Unlock the screen. Don't copy it. See, when you're trying to do this live, let's just copy that again. Oh my days, man! Right, do this one. There we go. That's better. We'll get the Champions League up just to make us sick, really, of the competition that we're not in. See how the Champions League is doing tonight. Obviously, steady on, man. Lock it again. When you look at the teams that are in the Champions League, Arsenal are top of the Champions League. Bayern, PSG, Inter, Real Madrid. Arsenal are kind of doing what Aston Villa did in the Champions League last year, aren't they? Winning all their games early on, and then they fell away. Bayern up there. Real Madrid, Dortmund, Chelsea, Man City, Sporting. And then you go down to the Napoli in 20th. And then you've got to go away down, and then there's Club Brugge. Celtic were after the Club Brugge manager. And if you notice, he's only won one game in the Champions League. Well, did, because he's been sacked by Club Brugge. The other Madrid club are down in 28th. Benfica down in 31st. And then you've got to go away down to find the team that put Celtic out of the Champions League, Karat Almaty. And you've got to say, Ajax. What's going on at Ajax? Even Bodo Glimt, who a lot of people wanted the Bodo Glimt manager. to come to Celtic. He's not won a game in the Champions League either. So when you look at the potentials that Celtic were after in the race for the manager, um, surprised by Bruges, they were doing great. Baz Watchalong, Barcelona, Frankfurt. It's on TNT Sports. I could do that. I need to do it. Wait till you see the live tomorrow night for those that aren't going to the game, because we've got a little bit of a surprise for you tomorrow night. Despite Spurs being anywhere in the Champions League and not a title set, yeah. But they did win the Europa. Give them credit. And they're sitting 16th in the Champions League. It's the same when Porto won the Europa. When Porto won the Europa, it was the exact same. Talking about the Europa, boom, there is the Europa. I'm going to have to move it because the screen has moved. Let's move this again. Move this over here so we could see all the teams. When you look at the Europa, Lyon are top, Midtjylland second, Aston Villa are third, Real Betis fifth, Celta Vigo. I'm kind of hoping that we get Celta Vigo or Real Betis. Real Betis would probably be easier to get to. Seville, isn't it? Stuttgart. Roma are in 15th. Now, Roma, who Celtic play on Thursday, when it comes to the Europa, they've won 3 and lost 2. They're sitting on a goal difference of +2. So that's a goal difference, isn't it? So they're sitting on a goal difference of +2. It's an interesting one for Celtic. And my protest against the board, I didn't buy the Europa package. I'll be watching on telly, where you can watch the watch along as well, mate, because we're going to have something special starting tomorrow night, which should up the game on the channel slightly and make it look a lot better. And then we'll go down to see where Celtic are. Celtic are in 21st place. Now, we're only on 7 points. I think it'll be a minimum of 10 points just to get us in the top 24. Can Celtic get 3 points out the remaining games in the Europa? I think they can. Can they get? I mean, if they were to go one better and get 3 points tomorrow and get get us on the 10-point mark. I mean, potentially it could take you up into, without other games getting played, of course, it could take you up into the top 10 of the Europa, depending on how other scorelines go, obviously. But even if it gets us up into 15th, even if we overtake Roma, if we can just pull a win out the bag at Celtic Park, and it's going to be interesting to see how many people are at the game tomorrow. Officials for Sunday: Don Robertson, Clancy. Yep. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about Sunday. I just hope Thursday isn't a pumping. I don't think it'll be a pumping. Don't think it'll be a pumping. I'm hoping not. Imagine the squad we were playing back last year. We'd be talking. Yeah, we would be. But why are they not playing? You know, you've got the previous manager to blame for the way that we're basically played this year. Definitely got him to blame. 7 out of 19 domestic game. Don Robertson, I make it. There you go. Have Roma got any injuries? Let's hope that the bus breaks down and they don't make the game and they have to forfeit it. Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. The game's Thursday. Did I say Wednesday? I'll go with the watch along. Yeah, the game. Yeah, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm dealing with things tomorrow that will take care of the new setup. How can a ref be involved in 35% of our games in 4 months? The Bruges man got the sack because he only won 3 of his last 12 games, so he wasn't doing that great. He was only wanted by the fans because of the Rangers score. That's an interesting one. Going into the Roma game, not expecting much, but hopefully could be pleasantly surprised. I hope so, because I think if Celtic can do anything in this Europa League that can get us, I mean, all we need to do is finish top 24, and that's not what I went. I went into the Europa League at the beginning of the season thinking, do you know what? Let's go for it and let's try and get a top eight finish. Let's get the automatic qualification. Now I would just be happy to finish top 24 and get the chance to go into. Roma's not going to sit back the way that it could play into the man. This could actually be the game that works out fine for the manager because he's going to play a style of football against a team that won't necessarily sit back. They're not going to sit in a back five. They're not going to sit and soak up pressure and try and hit on the break. They're going to go for it. And if a team goes for it at Celtic Park, one or two things can happen. We get absolutely hammered, or we can go down the roads of we hit them on the break and we score a couple of goals. And as long as we pack the midfield out, we've been talking about playing a three at the back for a long time, and then 90 minutes in and a meltdown later, it's complete. We don't want three at the back. It's it is a bit confusing with the way that the Celtic fans are wanting us to, and people are. Let's just wait till hopefully Thursday. We're all clutching at straws now, aren't we? It's like we're all sitting with our fingers crossed and absolutely everything crossed to try and get something out the game at all. Because even if we get a draw, is it a bad result? It's probably a good result. But when you look back to where we were this time last year, going into the December, the beginning of December in the Champions League, we're doing quite well in the Champions League. At this point, if results had went the way that we thought they might, there was a chance that Celtic could have got into the top 16. They could have got into the top 8. There was a good chance we could have got into it if we'd won games, but we didn't. Going into the Roma game, not expecting much, but hopefully we could be pleasantly surprised. Hope so. Brother Wilfred says Danny Cassie. Up the Celtic says Tony. We should beat Utrecht. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's not on tomorrow. It's Thursday. Everyone's telling me it's Thursday. It's I've got setting up of the Thursday system tomorrow. My head's all over the place. He regressed the squad. Yeah, he did that, didn't he? Talking about him. I've stayed off socials all week, says Big Rab. It's been a hell of a meltdown from our fans after one game for the new manager. Chilbell's come out. Any idea of a poll? There's a Klotzman article on Google telling you the Roma injury situation. Is there? I'm not even. I don't even want to. I'm not even wanting to think about if they've got players injured, because let's face it. I'm going to need to go and find that Big Rab. Here's Big Rab's comments. You got banned from the Trinity Thames. That's a bit much. Right, let's do the poll. This is a poll from. It's not me that's asked this question. There's not many folk on tonight, so there's only been 800 people on in 25 minutes, which is quite low. But that's a stupid question. It's not really, is it? Arrived in Alicante this morning, loving the weather. It says paradise found. Where are you going to? Didn't tell me you're going to Benidorm. God. Didn't tell me you're going to Benidorm. Yeah, the weather was nice down here as well. Has the meltdown from our fans after Sunday being near Hun levels? And it's 50-50. 50-50. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. That Paradise found. Tell me where you're heading to. Since you flew into Alicante, not a chance. Huns were foaming at the mouth. Meltdowns, like in social media. Um, Meltdowns of yeah. I'm not saying that. It's probably me that started the whole meltdown thing anyway. Considering I used to take the meltdowns off of Twitter back in the day. Barcelona down 1-0 to Frankfurt. Are they? There we go. Rest in peace, Rangers FC. Let's switch one of the games on. I'm going to have to tell the missus to turn over. OBS. Let me just get OBS fired up. Oh, the stupid question was to yourself. Cancel that. Let's put the telly on. And why is the telly not coming on? Oh, there it's there. Damn fire stick. Right, what game are you putting on? You putting the Barcelona game on? It's your fault, Baz. The meltdowns, yeah. I mean, I can remember. God, if you go back, oh, rate us later. It was the banter years that started off. It wasn't meltdowns, was it? It was the banter years. It was the banter years videos, and then the banter years videos kind of went into meltdown videos. Big shout out to Danny Cassie for another super chat. Baz, my Aussie wife wants to visit Spain. I'm like, nah. What parts of Spain would you visit for culture and all that? Fly into Malaga and then drive north. Andalusia. Anything. Fly into Malaga, and Malaga's one of the regions that are on the up for tourists. Proper culture, proper free tapas, free food with your drink. That's what you want. That's the proper, and it's away from Madrid and the prices at Madrid. Don't go down to Marbella and down that side. It's too touristy. Hit the other side. You might bump into some Germans and Dutch and that, but they're fine. They're fine, and not many Brits, which is good. Which is good compared to some other parts of Spain. Right, let me. What channel is the football on? Free Paulo. Free Paulo. That's quite. Free Paulo. Free Paulo B. Free Paulo B. Oh, Jesus. What was that? TNT Sports 2. Yeah, let's do a watch along because it's one of those quiet nights. Valencia? It's a big city. It's yeah, it's a big city and a big bit of history, but um, if you come with where I am, it's the old whitewashed villages. You don't get that further up. You get all the old whitewashed villages up in the mountains here, just off the coast, and that's real Spain. None of this high rise nonsense that you get. No worries, mate. Thank you for the super chat. It's a lovely country. It's beautiful. And it's nothing that they're nowhere near a lot. When I first moved here, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Spain's right wing as fuck." No, it's not. It's complete opposite. Couldn't be further. Couldn't be further left. Bernardo Silas baffling me. Yeah, he's baffling me as well. Right, what am I trying to look for here? TNT Sports 2. TNT Sports. Spurs 1-0 up. Are you watching the Spurs game? Atlanta, Chelsea. Celtic B one. Celtic B down 1-0. Fuck's sake. Away early in the morning. Let me just see. There we go. Barcelona, Frankfurt. Let's watch that. HD. Right, turn it down. D&D Sports. Spurs up 1-0. Closest I've been, Baz, is watching El Dorado. Evan Ferguson being heavily linked for us again in January. Barcelona can't be far from going into their new stadium. They're still playing in Storms in Glasgow just now. Don't say that. The fucking weather's shite this weekend as well. How did Nick Walsh get a Europa match? Is he reffing a Europa match? It's a strange one. What is the weather to be like this weekend? Oh, fuck off. It's going to be raining all weekend. Having a laugh, man. I don't sign up for this shit. Light rain on Sunday. I wonder if I should just get a hotel in Glasgow on Sunday night. Check what's up. Check what's up. Bayern Sporting game. Jesus God. How did Nick Walsh get a Scotland game? Are we watching the... Is this in the new Barcelona stadium? Or is it still the old one? Because there's a big bit of seating empty. It doesn't look like the old stadium, the old Olympic one. Wet and windy. Jesus, blowing a gale. We have a storm warning for the next few days. For fuck's sake. Oh, fuck, I'm going to be freezing, man. But I don't know, Baz, but my heart could be in a different postcode tomorrow. I'm going to see if have Barcelona moved. Doesn't look, it looks like the Barcelona 21 votes. Doesn't it say? It is, isn't it? Is it? No, it's not. That's the old Olympic Stadium. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's the old Olympic Stadium. Just when the camera panned out, you could see it was the old Olympic one. Yeah, but Barcelona's they'll be finished this year. They'll be moving back in this year. And Real Madrid, they did theirs over the course of their summer. But Barcelona, they completely levelled the Camp Nou and rebuilt it. It's meant to be something else. This might be something else. Charlie Mulgrew. I'd love us to develop the old stand. What a stadium we used to have. I'm not too sure about developing those stand because I think that we need to. I think we need to go one better. Do you know that the Catalonia is not Spanish, Valencia is not Spanish, Andalusia is not Spanish. You've got 17. So did they come over here and talk about Catalonia is not Spanish? You've got 17 autonomous regions in Spain that all hate each other. Unblock me, please. Who's that, Michael? What account you want me to unblock you from, Mike? I can't even remember which fucking right. Who's blocked and who's not blocked? 1880 is Scottish, is not British. It's Michael Ross. I could tell who it is. I need to go into YouTube. Offside Liverpool. Studio. Basque is not Spanish. Everybody. Spain is a conglomerate of regions that just come under the one banner. It's a bit like Scotland, England, Wales, and Ireland, the north. It's and they all hate Madrid. That's the great bit about it. Everyone hates Madrid. Community permissions, community moderation. Well, there's community moderation's all changed. Um, you're not on the banned list. Nope. Huns. It wasn't letting me comment, so I'm not sure if it's blocked or if it's an issue on my side. You're no blocked then, are you? Barcelona getting beat 1-0 at home. Buenas tardes. Buena tarde. Buena tarde. Cabrones, no España. Oh, Jesus. Andalusia runs with a green and white flag, so it's a better region than the Catalans, if you ask me. Some popular block for a reason. This is true. This is very true. Tell you one thing. That's one, two, three, four, five, six at the back. Barcelona are playing against um, the King of Spain. I shit you not. What's Kieran talking about now? Our stadium is great. Yeah, room to improve. Same, but I'd rather the money went on players. Hmm. My neighbour's hut just past the window. It's like watching a Kevin Bridges show reading the comments. Frigliana, not all the time, but he does live there. Lol. There you go. I wonder if I mean there's Barcelona up against a back five. Oh, that come off his arm. Barcelona playing with a front two by the looks of it. Frankfurt went to a back four now and then pushing the wing backs right out to the wing. I mean, do you think that Celtic will ever get up to pace when it comes to European football? Has the meltdown of our fans, from our fans after Sunday, been near Hun levels? There's been 113 votes. 52% say yes, 48% say no. Hmm. There should be loads of Rangers players passing the window soon. They can't stand their own 2 feet. Not eh? Every house has a railing in this town, green, white, and gold. I painted the railings on my gate and up the road, green, white, and gold. There's a bar in Frigliana run by a guy from Shawlands in Glasgow. Very good. Oh, that was a bit of a dodgy pass. Danny Cassie says no to the poll. I think we'll end the poll on 116 votes. 53%. Or a few votes could totally change this vote. A few votes could change it. Frank players down. If Sevco can get to a Europa League final, we can go one better. What if what if the this was the manager to do it? What if this was the manager to get us to the later stages of Europe? It would be hilarious if he comes in and he does everything in Europe a lot better than the previous managers. Could that be a possibility? As we're sitting watching Barcelona and Frankfurt. Wee boy will win a treble. Danny Cassie thinks Celtic will win a treble. We need to get rid of the board first. Hmm. What do you think about the? Can you put Bob and Dixie up, Baz? When we win on Sunday, we'll have the same reaction from some of our fans. I don't think so. Nah, I don't think there'll be the meltdown. Um, Getting rid of the board. Hmm. But they did it. They did it with shitty boards. They did it with pure fucking con men in their boards. Could it be just down to the manager? You know, having a French man. I mean, we talk about him being in Scottish football and in American football, but I mean, he's French. Going Barcelona. Oh, that's going to go out, is it? No, keeper manages to save it. Could this maybe be the manager that does something with us in European football? That would be a first, even to get to the later stages. We get behind the manager. I think so. I think that we all get behind the manager. I think that the manager deserves it. And what if he takes us on a journey? What if this is our modern Martin O'Neill moment? Going to Seville, apparently the Holy Grail's there. About 4 hours in bus and train. Danny Cassie doesn't like the new manager. Don't think he really managed in France very much of his career. No, he didn't. But surely the French way of football doesn't leave you. Surely a European way of football doesn't leave you. I'm not too sure. We just need to wait and see. You never know. Do I want to go to where Seville? I need to get down to Malaga first before I go to Seville. I want to go down to Malaga. I was trying to get down to Malaga this week to see the Christmas lights, but that's not going to happen. So it's going to be probably Christmas week now that I'm going to get down to see them, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but never mind. I'll meet you in Malaga. No, I only need to travel. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to Malaga airport for here. Seville for the day. That would be a laugh. The manager deserves time, but no time for training 3 games a week. Yeah, that's the hardest bit. Watch the goal TNT 3. Oh, fuck off. Just pressed the wrong thing. It'll not be before Christmas, mate. I've got far too much on. I don't want movies. I'm up a fucking mountain. Aye, aye, aye. What internet do you use if you're up a mountain? Stranger danger happening there. You're about 20 minutes from there, huh? That's too close. Whole reason I moved so it was to get away from folk. We need to win this cup final on Sunday. I'm not fussed about what happens against Roma. Um, hmm. Come on, what's happening with the telly? It's Wi-Fi. Do you know got a Starlink? A lot of folk use Starlink up in the. You are not. It's far too close. It's That's 20 minutes walk. You're in Frigliana. Meet you down in the beer garden then. Danger, danger, danger. Because it's exactly why I moved away from Costa Blanca. Too many folk knew where I stayed. TNT3. That's nuts. I'll meet you down in the beer garden in Nerha. That's the Celtic pub. I was in there. When did I go to the beer garden? I was in there a couple of weeks ago watching a game. What was the game that I didn't do the watch along? TNT Sports 3. The goal show. Ah, the goal show extra. So that's going to show you the goal. Ah, that's a good one. I should better just watching that then, aren't you? It just gives you the goals that comes in. Let's see, is this the Frankfurt goal against Barcelona? No, it's showing you the Barcelona game. Just showing you the Barcelona game. The board's looking, Nancy, to sabotage us. I don't think so. I would travel the world, but this place is stunning, so I came here for a couple of months. It is. It's beautiful, mate. There's a guy from Fife got a bar up that way. I've not been up to it yet. Does some amazing food. What's the name of it again? So I've got it on Instagram. But he's got a bar come restaurant. That's buying Buzz is putting this for sale sign up. Cup final. Nah, I'll be in Scotland. I'll be in Scotland. I'm just going to walk up and sit with a pint of gas, walk down, and then watch you. No, I'm going to the. I'll be in Scotland for the cup final. So that's some studio they've got for TNT Sports, isn't it? That's a massive studio. I tell you, TNT Sports must have one of the best studios. If you're watching TNT3, that is like the ultimate. Nancy's losing the first game right up the Scottish media's alley. Ah, well, do you know what? You going Thursday, Baz? Nope, I'll fly back on Friday. I'll be doing a watch along on Thursday with. I'm not a drinker, but I'll have a pint of Guinness. Once I'm back, we'll go down for a game that I'm doing a watch along. Listen to the Daily Record live show, all against Celtic, shocking. Not that Celtic were named, but every conversation, all about incidents for Sevco, ref, Butland tackle, okay. I don't know why you listen to these shows, mate. I really don't. Because they're just shite. Anyway, Barca game is definitely the Camp Nou. Is it? I was wondering that. It didn't look like the old stadium. Why does it look like you're about to get abducted by a UFO? Because we're in black because of the death of a Celtic player. Some people just don't get the irony of things. It was a black screen because Celtic were in mourning today. Just think about win the cup and be top before Christmas. Yeah, I think so as well. I still think that will happen. But is it time to change? I'll change the screen so that it's all done before the morning video. Where is it? Oh, these bloody screens. Let's change the screen just to make sure that these are all, even though Celtic are in an official morning phase. Straight out of Campton. How have I lost my screen? That's not the right one. That's got Dyson on it. We took him off. That's not the right one either. But it'll do just now. Playing a game of Guinness. Playing a game of Guinness. How good would that be? Hail, Baz. It'll be on Thursday. What will be on Thursday? 47. I know my limits of self control. It's alright. I have that effect on people. They all just. I like the UFO abduction one. It was more of a nod anyway. We'll win the treble. Frigland is running at Christmas. Half time. I wonder who's on VAR. I seen who was on VAR earlier. I'm not even wanting to think about Sunday because we need to get this game done and dusted. Um, Don Robertson. There you go. I'm not going to get blitzed. Fuck off. I only drink canyons anyway, mate. I don't drink pints. Although I had a pint tonight when I was out for my dinner. Generally don't drink pints because it's too warm the time you finish it. Far too warm. Anyway, right. Yeah, well, Baz, God bless you. God bless you. Right, that has me done and dusted for the night. Because I need to get up early tomorrow morning, and then I'm only going to be able to do. I'm probably going to start 15 minutes early tomorrow, or will I? Will just do 45 minutes because I've got. We're setting everything up for Thursday tomorrow, so we need to get all that done. Anyway, where's YouTube just disappeared to? Why has it just disappeared? God, I hope we're still live. Got tanky. I don't drink tankies, mate. The Spanish don't drink tankies. Dan, when you've lived here for 5 years, you get into the Spanish way of living, and the Spanish then you drink tankies. So those foreigners that drink tankies. Anyway, 35 years in goals. Yeah. Right, that's me done and dusted for tonight. It's been a poor night. There's only been 1,300 people on the live tonight. But it's always the same when Champions League games are on. So red wine. Now you're talking my language. Vino tinto frio. Get a good old Vino tinto frio, don't you? I hope Baz listen to the cheating lies and there's nothing's going on. Exactly. But yeah, Joseph Davison drinks, but you don't stay here, mate. You probably don't drink cold red wine out of the fridge either. I do. And folk are like, red wine out of a fridge? That's weird. It's not. It's the best thing ever. Anyway, I shall see you all in the morning. A glass of red wine, one with dinner the other night. Yeah, not too bad. You're usually steaming. Not at all. I don't get steaming. Very rarely. Very rarely. Anyway, that's me done and dusted for this evening. I shall see you all in the morning. And have a good night to everyone. Big shout out to Danny Cassie, and George also for the super chats. And I'll see you all in the morning. Hopefully, we might find out a bit of news whether or not Celtic's goalkeeping coach has resigned. I'll be a shock if he has. Green Brigade Tuesday night announcement. What is that? The money that they've raised. That's what that is. Over the weekend. Baz, you said the other night Devlin wasn't getting a game for Scotland. Yeah, he is. He is. He is. Who cares, Devlin? My head was up my arse the other night. Is that how bad that we're getting? Anyway, have a fantastic evening, Celtic fans, wherever you are. Whiskey and Guinness is my tip of whiskey and Guinness at the same time. Jesus, I'm done.